The allegations in the Globe story this morning are false. Neither the current nor the previous Attorney General was ever directed by me or by anyone in my office to take a decision in this matter.
SNC-Lavalin is accused of paying millions of dollars in bribes to secure government business in Libya. The Globe and Mail is reporting that the PMO directed Jody Wilson-Raybould to get prosecutors to negotiate a remediation agreement with the company rather than pursue criminal prosecution. But the former Justice Minister refused. This morning, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer announced his party will team up with the NDP to force high-ranking members of the Liberal government to testify in front of the Justice Committee.
MPs have a duty to determine what exactly happened here, and Justin Trudeau and his office must be forthcoming. This committee investigation is a necessary first step that can commence immediately. If, however, Liberals on the Justice Committee prevent this investigation from taking place, Canadians can only conclude that reports of political interference are true.
Scheer also says the party is looking at various legal avenues to force the government's hand in this matter, but didn't disclose what those were. Let's bring in Danielle Smith from Global News Radio 770 CHQR, who will be continuing this conversation on her show today. Danielle, call me crazy. No matter where you lie on the political spectrum, this sounds like a big deal.
It is a big deal. When you think about it in context, remember what the big deal was that derailed the Harper administration. It was Mike Duffy allegedly using his housing allowance incorrectly, and Nigel Wright saying, hey, dude, I'll give you the money to pay it back. I'm rich. No big deal. And that was the big bombshell of what happened during the Harper era. Incidentally, no one was found to be criminally responsible in that case, and Mike Duffy is still a senator. But this one, there may be a criminal code violation if this turns out to be true. It's really interesting. One of the things Andrew Scheer pointed out yesterday was the heavily lawyered statement that Justin Trudeau put together immediately after the story came out. That's a couple of interesting points. Number one is that the story is printed in the Globe and Mail. And then number two, by 10 o'clock, you've got the Prime Minister responding to it. I think that's why a lot of people are taking it very, very seriously, because he felt the need to respond to it right away. But he said he said the Attorney General, neither the one before or the current one, were directed to drop this case. That's not what the Globe and Mail story said. The Globe and Mail story said they were pressured, that Jody Wilson-Raybould was pressured to drop the case. And then when she didn't, we saw what happened. She got fired. So that, I think that the nuance around that term is quite important, because the fact that Jody Wilson-Raybould does not remain the Attorney General is an issue here. In other jurisdictions, I saw a great column on this today in the UK, which our system is supposed to be modeled after. The independence of the Justice Minister, Attorney General, is so important that they don't even sit with the governing caucus after they have been appointed. Because when you think about it, if you're going to be the top lawyer of the land and you're going to be called upon to question government wrongdoing, you're very likely going to have to question people who are making the decisions to either give out multi-billion-dollar contracts or stop prosecution on cases, and those are going to be government members. You have to have an independent person in this role. And I think, unfortunately, the new Justice Minister has demonstrated that they're just going to be a lapdog defending the government's interest on this one. So I'm glad to see that it's going to a committee. We'll be able to see as Canadians how this process plays out. I think if anything warrants a Mueller committee-style investigation, it's certainly this, and we'll see if we can get to the bottom of it.
Okay, you dropped the Mueller name there. Indeed. Oh my goodness, yes you did.
But that's the difference in our two systems, right? I mean, in the U.S., you've got a truly independent investigator looking at malfeasance at the highest office in the land. That's exactly what we need here.
Okay, we are in an election year too. Can't forget that. Much more on Danielle's show today, starting at 9:30 on 770 CHQR. Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you.